29 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Good morning to you wherever you are, whatever you're doing. It's Monday. Yeah, it is Monday. It is actually the 8th day of January. The 8th day of the new year. Nice. Howdy do? Mary Ebanks, good morning to you. Feel like a winner woman today?
I wanna hear you scream.
Nice. Dance like a winner. Speak like a winner. Walk like a winner. Talk like a winner. Morning, Pastor Laurie, Dominic, and the First Family, First Lady Nautica, and the two beautiful children. Wonderful children, members of the congregation of the Wester Hall New Testament Church of God. Good morning to you. Dr. Francis Alexis, good morning to you. How are you doing, my bro? A luta continua. The struggle continues, yeah? Yeah. Dr. Francis Martin, good morning. Dr. Devon Francis, good morning. Dr. Donald Noel and family. Donald Noel, yeah. As a matter of fact, the entire medical fraternity, good morning to you. Dance like a winner this morning. Act like a winner. Speak it into being. Wow. Sharon Bartholomew says, good morning, everyone, coming all the way from Northern Virginia. Happy Monday. Della Abraham says, good morning. Sylvina Charles, good morning, Innocent. Have an enjoyable one. Sharon Pilgrim, who are you talking to? Okay. Yolan Swan, good morning to everyone. Blessings to you all. Mr. Joseph, good morning to you. Let peace be with you always. Have a blessed Monday. Yeah, I always try to have a peaceful countenance, you know.
Come on. I want to see you get your shoes on.
Catherine Phillips says good morning. Yeah. Yulin Alexander says good morning, Yulin. How you doing? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you had a great weekend, and we're all up and ready to face these challenges that are coming our way. Oh yeah. Wayne Louison transitioned. I'm also hearing word that another good friend of mine, I'm not going to call that name as yet, I'm going to do my research first. And if that is the case, wow. 26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's get with the program this morning. The word of the day today, it is a noun. It is a naming word. That word is retronym. Retronym, R-E-T-R-O-N-Y-M. Retronym, R-E-T-R-O-N-Y-M. And retronym refers to a term such as analog watch, film camera, or acoustic guitar that is created and adopted to distinguish the original or older version, form, or example of something from others that are more recent. That little would have all that weight, boy. I'll take that again. A retronym refers to a term such as analog watch, film camera, or acoustic guitar that is created and adopted to distinguish the original or older version, form, or example of something from others that are more recent. That's a mouthful. So that's retronym. Good morning to Joy and Janice St. Louis out there in Moya. As a matter of fact, the St. Louis family. Yep, good morning to you. Good morning, Moya. Alstead, John and family. The guys on the bridge. Kyron, good morning to you. Seeing you a lot nowadays, man. Good morning to you, Rona. Okay, here's how we can use this word. While ordering a regular coffee, Sam started to tell the barista about how regular coffee is a retronym until the next person in line sighed with impatience. Yeah, he was explaining too much, trying to elaborate too much. So he pried and he pounced on the patience of the next customer. While ordering a regular coffee, Sam started to tell the barista about how regular coffee is a retronym until the next person in line sighed with impatience. Michael, Senator Mitchell and family, good morning to you out there in conference in St. Andrew, Bay Road to be precise. Glennis, good morning to you. How are you doing? Happy New Year. Christopher, Squeezy and Twine, good morning, bro. How do you do? Nice. It's time to go to Nadisha's neck of the woods. Morning, Nadisha and the folks inside of Cafe and surrounding areas. Yeah, good morning to you. Right. Nice. It's time for the thought of the day. And the thought of the day today is, live in such a way that if someone spoke badly of you, no one would believe it. I like this one. Lead an exemplary life. Yeah, live in such a way that if someone spoke badly about you, no one would believe it. Yep. So what's buzzing this morning? A whole lot of things is buzzing this morning. You know, we had all these issues last week with the media and government and... Yeah. Also buzzing. But before I go further, I want to say good morning to Monty Young out there in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Yeah, Michelle Forsyth, good morning to you. Joseph Ross says, blessed morning to everyone on the GBN Live Network, and good morning, Mr. Gordon. Good morning to you. Morning, Nolan Alexander. Hey, how you doing, Nolan? How you doing? You in Grenada, right? If you're in Grenada, you know you have to come and look for the boy, alright? Ages we not see, man. Hope all is well. Gracelyn Buckmeyer says, good morning, blessings to everyone. Blessings on this new week, all the way from New York. Nice to have you with us, Gracelyn. Hope you're doing fine. Yes, Sonia Mathlin Scott. Good morning, everyone. Have a blessed and a safe, productive week all. Yeah, that's nice. Margaret Alexander says, good morning, my Grenadian people. Have a blessed day. Nice to have you on board with us. Nice. Monica Mayrose Williams says, a pleasant good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Monica. Auntie, good morning. So Casey gone. Yeah, Casey gone back. Nice. Great rising to all living. Sharon Pilgrim. How is Sharon doing this morning? Let me see who's on our WhatsApp platform this morning. Let me see who's here. All right. Good morning. Someone says good morning. Just good morning. I know who is that. Good morning. Anyways. All right. Good morning and God bless you. God blessings to you as He takes you through the second week of 2024. Enough love to you, Mary. How are you doing, Mary? All the way in Hartford Village. How do you do? She wants a Jefferson song. Okay. You like Jefferson Ramirez? Alright, he could sing. Yeah, he's a good singer. Good morning, Zai. Mr. Celestine. David Sylvester Shutterskull. Good morning. How are you doing, bro? All is well? Lovely, lovely, lovely. All right, so what's buzzing this morning? Let's see what's buzzing. Right, well, tonight on Beyond the Headlines, we will be having the Honorable Deacon Mitchell, Prime Minister of Grenada. He will be on Beyond the Headlines tonight. Look forward to that from 8:30. All right, he's going to do a review of the year that just went by and also do a projection into what's happening for 2024. Veteran journalist Hamlet Mark, he has spoken out on the recent fallout with media and the government after media houses except the GIS were barred from covering the cabinet reshuffle. Okay, Hamlet, what are you saying there? Hamlet, you know you have to touch base with me, boy. Kellen Bob has also added his voice to the debate. I understand he had a very lengthy conversation on that. Dr. Kellen Bob, good morning, bro. How are you doing? All right, so there would be an interview on Beyond the Headlines. The guest tonight, as I told you, would be the Honorable Deacon Mitchell. Should we expect an admittance of misstep in the decision taken to bar media outlets from the swearing-in ceremony? Would there be a move to repair the damage between the Fourth Estate and the government? All those will be looked into on the program tonight, I believe. Colin Dow will be doing that program, and Colin is, he's a great host, so expect that. I'm looking forward to be on the headlines tonight, so says Yulin Alexander. Razum! Good morning to you and the family, Derisa and Jahim and Karim and everybody in the household. Good morning. All you good? Nice. Sharon Pilgrim says, Hamlet, behave. I'd like to hear Hamlet's comment on that. I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear on that. Folks, I've got to remind you also that the hunting season is closed, all right? It was closed on the 31st of December, so you no longer are permitted to hunt the manikou, ramie, tattoo, and iguana. If you're caught hunting now, you can be charged. Okay, so please be guided accordingly. We've got to live the species now that they can reproduce, so that we would have continuity with the species. So don't go about hunting now. The season is closed. You will be charged, okay? Nice. Also hearing of some over 20 gunshots that were heard on the outskirts of St. George's over the weekend. Yeah. I know the RGPF will be dealing with that appropriately. Good morning to the rank and file of the RGPF. Yep, good morning. The folks at the St. Paul's Police Station, Inspector Leon McQueen and his team, they continue to do their community policing, interacting with the community, getting the community in line, and I think it's a step that all police stations should do. Engage with the community, let them know the do's and the don'ts, and that way it's a step in the right direction to curbing crime. Yep. Nice. So good morning to all the rank and file of the RGPF. Folks, this is where we got to take the break. We've got to do the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Those of you on the television platform, you've got a rebroadcast of Friday evening's television news. Stick with us. We'll be back on the conversation after the newscast. See you on the flip side.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Kenroy Batiste. Tensions between the local media and the government of Grenada reached a new high today as news organizations united against restricted access to Thursday's swearing-in ceremony of cabinet ministers. The ceremony marked the government's first major reshuffle since assuming office in June 2022. Nisha Paul reports on this development.
Well, I think it was important to send a signal to the powers that press access is important, it's fundamental, and that we will take a dim view on attempts to limit our access, especially in something that's clearly of public interest. I mean, the cabinet of Grenada is the main policy-making body in the country. You cannot have a swearing ceremony where the media is bad, and for 24 hours, the people of the country don't know who the cabinet members are. I mean, that is just unprecedented.
That was veteran journalist Hamlet Mark emphasizing the gravity of the situation facing media workers today. It was a resounding act of solidarity as several media organizations joined forces to send a powerful message to the government. This latest development has attracted the attention of many, including former head of the Government Information Service, Joyce Caliste. An email circulating within the media fraternity purported to be from Caliste challenges the characterization of the swearing-in ceremony as a media event, stating, and I quote, that government swearing-in of ministers was never a media event, end quote. GBN has been unable to independently verify the information, a point strongly condemned by Hamlet Mark as untrue.
That is absolutely not true. I've been tongue too long. I've been there a long time. I was in the era of Joyce, and either she's misguided, she's up in age and she's forgetting, or she just tried to mislead. That is absolutely not true. Absolutely not true.
Veteran journalist Linda Straker added her voice to the debate, highlighting access to information from the government as a major issue.
Access to information, and not private but public information from this administration is challenging, and the action today, of which I was very proud to participate, is to send a strong message to the administration that depriving journalists information in a timely manner is stifling press freedom and tantamount to political censorship.
Meanwhile, first Vice President of the Media Workers Association of Grenada, Calistra Ferrer, has commended the media fraternity for the collective response to the call for a boycott of the government's press conference in the wake of this development.
On behalf of the executive of the Media Workers Association, I certainly want to thank our members and media practitioners in general and media managers for standing by press freedom and initiating this boycott today. We are well pleased that the media has shown its strength, that it's alive and well and cooperating and working together. So congratulations to the media, because we have been through some dark days when we did not, and in some cases could not, stand up for ourselves. And so it's very pleasing to me, someone who there was a time when I absolutely needed MWAG to have my back, and they didn't and they couldn't, and now we are back to this place now where we're supposed to be, and that is very, very gratifying, and I'm happy about that.
The matter has also attracted the attention of regional media outlets and the Association of the Caribbean Media Workers, ACM, which is the region's premier organization advocating for freedom of expression and press freedom. This latest saga between the government and the media highlights growing tension over press access and the role of journalists in covering official events. We will continue to follow this story and provide updates as it unfolds. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Meanwhile, journalist Dr. Kellen Bob is highlighting the need for better communication from government's press arm, expressing dissatisfaction with the lack of justification for the media's exclusion from Thursday's swearing-in ceremony.
And so if an explanation was offered, whether that explanation involved the logistics of the location, whether that explanation involved a matter of the timing in which the swearing-in was going to occur, was it going to be a straddled set of separate swearing-in ceremonies? Were all of the ministers going to be there together? None of that was properly articulated, and therefore, in the absence of a proper explanation in respect of the protocol around the swearing-in ceremony, one can understand why folks would have reservations.
Dr. Bob criticized the methodology by which the event was carried out, underscoring the vital role of the media as the fourth estate to cover the activities of the servants of state.
The Prime Minister today in his press conference made the point that, they are there in the press conference, and so the media would be able to ask all of the questions that they want to ask. But the point I would make is that swearing-in ceremonies are a public function. It is a function of the public service. You are paid public servants, and so I don't think there was ever a time in Grenadian history when the Prime Minister of the country was sworn in privately. So why then should the ministers in his cabinet be sworn in privately? Now, that's where I stand on this.
In the NDC administration's first major cabinet reshuffle since assuming office in June 2022, Ron Redhead's appointment as Minister for Youth, Sports and Culture has been revoked to allow him to pursue a master's degree. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell revealed on Friday that a request to this effect was made to Governor-General Dame Cecile La Grenade. The revelation came one day after other ministers received their letters of appointment from the Governor-General in a private ceremony at her residence. In the reshuffle, Delma Thomas, formerly of the New National Party, was appointed Minister for Mental Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, focusing on the Mungay Psychiatric Hospital. Lennox Andrews took on additional roles as the Minister for Planning, Agriculture and Lands, Forestry, Marine Resources and Cooperatives, replacing Adrian Thomas, who is now the Minister for Tourism, the Creative Economy and Culture. David Andrew remains the Education Minister, while Gloria Thomas has been appointed Minister for Social and Community Development, Housing and Gender Affairs. Quince Britton, an unsuccessful candidate in the last general elections, is now the Parliamentary Secretary within the Ministry of Tourism, the Creative Economy and Culture. Philip Telesford is the new Minister for Health, succeeding Jonathan Lecret, who now serves as the Minister for Youth and Sports. The ministerial portfolio changes are effective January 5, 2024. Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas has made history by being appointed as the acting Governor-General of Grenada. This marks the first time a former head of government has assumed the role on a permanent or temporary basis. At 76 years old, Thomas, who served as Prime Minister of Grenada from 2008 to 2013, will hold the position until the return of Dame Cécile La Grenade. The Governor General's office announced that La Grenade left Grenada on Friday to attend to personal matters. Now, villagers of Calise Hill, St. George are now relieved as the garbage pile there that created an eyesore and discomfort over the last few days has been cleaned up. A video of the now clean site was sent to GBN expressing thanks for highlighting the issue in our newscast last evening. Prior to the clearing of the eyesore today, the last garbage collection for the area was last Thursday. Residents told GBN yesterday that the pileup of refuge was deposited by people from other communities. The villagers are still calling on the collection company to provide a more reliable service.
On behalf of the residents of Caliste in St. George's, we would just like to say thank you. The garbage was cleaned, swept up immaculately, and of course, we're still asking the authorities to seek removal of that concrete receptacle because the residents of Caliste are not the ones who throw garbage in that bin. That bin has commercial waste that some of the restaurants and small hotels around, they use it, and even if it is filled, they keep pouring in garbage and it keep overflowing. So we are thankful for the first leg of the journey. The struggle is not over as yet.
Members of the Child Protection Authority are concerned with what appears to be an increase in runaway teens on the island over the past year. In light of this, communications officer attached to the CPA, Danella Hostin, says that while they are rolling out plans to address the issue, the solution comes with a collaborative effort from all.
Yes, the Child Protection Authority is very concerned about the number of children who are going missing, and more so those who are yet to be found. We know children and teens run away for various reasons, and therefore these cases are treated individually to determine the way forward to eliminate this issue. We are working assiduously with the relevant authorities to ensure their safe return. We at the CPA have a mandate to work in the best interests of the child and protect the nation's children. However, we cannot do this alone. All stakeholders must be involved.
Members of the Royal Grenada Police Force told GBN on Friday morning that there are no updates on two missing teenage girls who left their homes in December last year. 15-year-old Brianna Noel, a student of Tempe St. George, and Azalea Andrew, a 15-year-old student of Windsor Forest, St. David. Azalea left her home on Sunday, December 24, and has not returned since. She was last seen wearing a red top and blue jeans, while Pretty Anna left her home on Saturday, December 23, and has not returned since. She was last seen wearing a pair of blue jeans and a black top. Preparations are well underway for Kayak Mass 2024. This month will see the commencement of activities leading up to the climax of the festival from February 7 to 13. Renaped Thomas reports.
Showcasing our rich culture, your passport to real mass and splendor is the theme for Kayak Mass 2024. Princess John, chairperson of the Carriacou Carnival Committee, says the committee is working closely with Carriacou's Independence Committee in order to ensure a hiccup-free start to the fundraising activities.
Okay, so I can say we are almost there. We are almost on the home stretch. It's January. Carnival is just basically 1 month away. And as you know, because Carnival falls so close to Christmas and even Independence, we have, we had little challenges in doing our regular fundraiser because, you want to give the people time to spend the Christmas and the New Year. And then we also have activities for the 50th anniversary. So we are there and we are working along with the Independence Committee to get Kayak Mass and our 50th anniversary going.
A long list of cultural activities complete the calendar of events for the festival. John listed some of the major highlights to anticipate for the carnival.
So we have our first semi, which is the Calypso semi, and that is scheduled to take place on the 24th of January at Hillsborough Tennis Court. On the 26th, we have our Groovy semi, and on the 27th, we have our Soca semi. So those are the three activities we have in January, which should be the three semi-finals. So on the 7th, which is Independence Day, we'll have our final road show and also use that same day as the dipping position, so all the artist competitions. Yes, on the 8th is our Queen Show, Majestic Thursday. So we have confirmed 6 beautiful young ladies vying for Miss Kayak Mass 2024. And on the Friday, we're doing a tweak this year. So the Kiddies Carnival was, we normally didn't have it for a couple of years. We had small bands partaking last year, but this year, which we have reached out to the schools, so we intend to do the Kiddies Carnival Frolic on the Friday.
Over the years, Kayak Mass has grown exceptionally and has become one of the major events for visitors to the island. John encouraged all to be part of the events.
We're working together with the Independence Committee to make sure that Kayak Mass 2024 will be one of an experience. We have all the guest houses and hotels in Carrick already booked. We have persons who is always even staying over on Pitimatic and will travel with the boat every day just to come to experience Kayak Mass. We're asking persons who have homes, you can rent your homes. You can contact the Carnival Committee. You could contact the Festival Board Office. You could contact tourism. Open your house to persons. Persons come over to support Kayak Mass.
Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Reigning National Carnival Queen Amoni Francis will represent Grenada at the Miss OCS pageant in Dominica on January 12. More in this Christina John report.
Since winning the National Carnival Queen title, this is the first competition Miss Francis is participating in. The GBN News team was at the Maurice Bishop International Airport Friday morning, where a send-off ceremony organized by the Spice Mass Corporation was held for Miss Francis. Chief Executive Officer of Spice Mass Corporation, Cecile Noel, expressed confidence in Miss Francis's ability to represent Grenada well.
The opportunity as well to, give her best wishes. We know she would go there and represent us well. We are very much aware of her talent, her ability, and we know that she would go there and make us all proud. So as we say, as she departs today, just let her know that we are all back home rooting for her, and we'll be checking and waiting and looking at it live on the 12th when the show is actually held.
Ms. Francis spoke to the media minutes before takeoff.
Preparation was a bit tedious, however, it was much easier than preparing for our national pageant. I think it was just a matter at this point of reinforcing and reviewing what it is that I learned in preparation for our pageant and just recalling that knowledge and getting ready to transfer it to our regional competition. Since the national pageant, this is my first competition outside of the island. Country, I've heard that it's quite similar to Grenada, and I expect it to have some similarities as a fellow Caribbean island. However, it is a new island, so I'm looking forward to learning a lot about their culture, their people, and just to making new friends and meeting new inspiring people along the way.
She also shared some advice for young ladies interested in pageantry.
I would encourage young girls to definitely go ahead and pursue pageantry. It is an experience that is unforgettable, and it's quite a learning experience that teaches you a lot of information that you would think that you didn't even need. However, I think that it's a big dream. However, it's not too big of a dream. So I encourage everyone who's perhaps thinking about pursuing pageantry to definitely take that step and go ahead and pursue it.
A week of activities will take place leading up to the Miss OECS pageant next Friday. The prestigious regional Queen pageant showcases the talent, grace, and cultural heritage of young women from various Caribbean islands, while at the same time promotes regional unity. It also serves as a platform for the participants to advocate for critical social issues and positively impact their communities. Ms. Francis will compete against contestants from St. Lucia, Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, and the British Virgin Islands. Christelina John, GBN News.
Well, in a crucial alert, the Cybersecurity Incident Response Team, CSIRT, has issued a warning to the public regarding a widespread cybersecurity scam currently in circulation. The advisory comes as part of CSIRT's ongoing efforts to safeguard individuals and organizations against emergent threats in the digital landscape.
Jarvis Dabrio here from the Grenada National CSIRT. It is the 5th of January 2024. What we are looking at here is an ongoing phishing scam. Different accounts are being used, but it's generally saying the same thing, that some accounts have violated some standards, some procedures of Meta or of Facebook, and run the risk of being shut down or being deleted. Yes, this is a scam. It is not from Meta. So again, if you are tasked with managing a page, whether it's a personal page or the page of a company, please pay attention to what you receive and do not just click on links. Clicking on these links can lead to you compromising the account and even compromising the device that you are using.
An update now on the Calais dump site aired last evening is at the other end of GBN ISOR. Stay with us.
A good eye captures all. GBN ISOR is brought to you by Clear Vision.
A transformation lies at the center of tonight's GBN ISOR. Villagers of Calais Hill St. George are now relieved as the garbage pile that created discomfort for a number of days was cleared shortly after GBN broadcasted the story. We thank our citizen journalists for that update. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Hey, come closer. I want to tell you something amazing.
I am Nexa. And when I say Nexa, I mean more than just another financial institution. We're a family. We're a community.
A community that listens and values your voice in every decision we make.
Big financial decisions can be daunting, but Nexa is a strong support system here to guide you every step of the way.
Nexa believes in empowerment, but you are never alone.
We're with you wherever your road leads. Whether it's owning my first home, educating my kids, or starting a business, Nexa is where I am following my dreams.
And here's the exciting part. You can be part of this incredible journey too. Just join today.
I am Nexa,
and you can be too.
We're making it even better to be a Nexa member. Ask a friend who's already a member to refer you. Our members refer someone, and both of you can enjoy special rewards. It's a win-win. Call us at 440-1354. Visit us on our social media or our website for how to join.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
All right, good morning and welcome to the conversation this morning. It's 9 minutes after 7 o'clock, and what I'll do this morning, there is a multiplicity or a plethora of things happening. All right, so I will not dictate the conversation this morning. I'm going to leave it what we call an open line. Let's hear what happened in your neck of the woods over the weekend. Something that you'd like to get highlighted. You'd like it to get highlighted. You want the public to know what's happening and so forth. So I'll give you that opportunity to choose what you want to talk about this morning. But again, we're going to be as brief as possible. We are not going to be spewing venom. We're not going to be doing any name calling. And I will not tolerate the back and forth, like, making reference to other callers. Make your contribution and get off. That's it. 435-2041. Let's hear what you want to talk about. Like I said, there are a number of things that happened over the weekend. That situation with the gunshots and so forth. We had the passing of my good friend, Mr. Wayne Louison, and so forth. So many things to talk about. Let's go to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Welcome to the program.
Yeah, no problem. I'd like to just extend condolences to Wayne and his family.
Okay.
I think he's in a better place.
Okay.
And I'll be very brief.
Okay. All right.
Didn't the representative from Northeast, didn't he had intention of going and study? You didn't know that? People put him there to solve. And I mean, I don't understand this ridiculous politics that taking place in Grenada. That's my contribution.
Okay, thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I know people would comment on that as well. The government reshuffle and Honorable Ron Redhead opting not to be a minister and so forth. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Now innocent.
Welcome to the program. How are you?
Good, man. I'm feeling better. Seem that you accept me better.
Well, you did the right thing this morning.
Anyhow.
To the point. Yes, get to the point.
Always, man. But sometimes people make mistakes.
That's correct. So go ahead.
Now, I know a little about your Uncle Gary. Yesterday, brain has been awakened again. And I looked at that man, your Uncle Gary, as one of the bravest men that ever existed in Grenada. And when I looked at how they dressed him down at around the Botanic Garden entrance, I feel these things, how he's been portrayed. They have to do something about that and put him in his right garment. For example, try to put him in something white, because I don't know if that symbolizes purity or whatever. And I understand that he fought bravely throughout a long era for your uncle, my father, not me, and maybe you. But I wasn't existing at those times. And what I've heard about him is one of the greatest men that ever passed, maybe in the Caribbean. Well, don't ask for Grenada for. He did the best in Grenada as far as I'm concerned. So I would like, possible, this government to reshape his appearance and put him in some kind of a glass case with a white suit so that people will see him and know what he has done for our country, and put some little history inside the monument.
Okay.
This would be the best for him and the people I've seen. I think he has done very, very well throughout the era, from what I've heard, I think from Ray Roberts, and what I know a little of.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. That's the way to go. No feedback this morning. 13 minutes after 7 o'clock, 435-2041. Lord Father, Agon, have a wonderful day, people. Put Gary in a glass case. I'm done. Spicy couldn't behave now. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning to you, Innocent.
How are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine, thank God.
Happy New Year.
Thank you very much. We haven't spoken for the year?
Not yet.
Oh, my sincere apologies.
Yeah.
I did look your way last night on my way down from the northern side.
All right.
You were there. Well,
okay.
Very good morning to everyone. Well, first of all, my condolences to the family of Mrs. Louison it is, right?
Yeah, Wayne Louison.
Who passed away here. I'm not sure the circumstances, but it's never easy to lose someone. I'm calling this morning early because you did hint that you expect a number of calls about a certain issue. And in the interest of limiting or minimizing misunderstandings, I'm calling early. When someone is elected into office, they're not elected to be ministers. They're elected as parliamentary representatives of the people who voted for them. We call them loosely as ministers. They're not ministers. They're parliamentary representatives. If the Prime Minister so desires, he can appoint them to his cabinet to become a minister. But that's not the fundamental duty. The duty is to represent the people who have voted for them. And once they remember that is a primary duty, that's fine. So someone, we have somebody going to study. What going to study means traveling out of the state or studying on island. So I don't know if you call that going to study, as the first caller hinted. So if a person is studying, because a parliamentary representative who is not a minister, in some cases we've had them working in the university, even teaching at St. George's University and other places. We know of the cases where they have worked. Some of them have served 2 terms and they never became a minister. They just remain in their jobs and they serve their constituencies as they're supposed to. So if it's a case where the person, the gentleman in concern, is in Grenada, he is focusing on helping his constituencies and studying what is the issue there, he doesn't have to be a minister. No one is elected to be a minister. So his primary role can still be fulfilled, as I hope it would be, while he does his study. Somebody may choose to teach and somebody may choose to study.
Yeah, that's the way it is, yeah.
Yeah, what is the big deal? So please, in the interest of understanding, before it goes out of hand and people start bunging away and saying all kinds of things, let us cut it right there. Right?
He wasn't elected a minister.
No, he was not elected to be a minister. He was
elected a member of a parliamentary representative.
Yeah, a member of parliament to serve that constituency.
Right.
And once he does it, and he's not being a minister, enables him to do it better, so be it. And he can study in his free time or whatever he chooses to do. To teach, as some people taught for two terms. Some people did nothing. They were ministers without portfolio. They were paid ministerial salaries while they did nothing. I remember there's a song that somebody, I think it's Scholar Imani Ministers.
Yes.
And then Janice had one about Minister of Idleness.
Idleness, yes.
Right. So they could be paid minister salary and do nothing. Yes. And in those cases. But he's not going to be paid minister salary, I hope. He'll be paid the parliamentary representative salary.
Okay.
And he'll represent his people. Okay?
Thank you, caller.
Just for the point of clarification, I thought I just needed to say that.
Nip it in the bud.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, bro. All the best for 2024.
I wish you this and more.
Okay. Thanks, man. Have a good one. 435-2041. That's the number to call. Let's go straight back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Yes, morning, Innocent. Morning to you, listening. Just pulling up on the previous caller, not piggybacking. I mean, not like what you say we shouldn't do. But it shows how little people understand the process of governance. There are different functions for people within the governance structure. You have the legislative, you have the judiciary, and you have the executive. Quite a number of people don't understand the role of these three arms. And I think it's time, after 50 years, we need to get our things straight, or we need to reform the Constitution. And I totally agree with the previous caller, because I had to do the same explanation to a 37-year-old person who was, luckily she listened to me. Otherwise, the same kind of reckless misinformation, propaganda would be spread. the individual concerned has every right, and as also the government, the governing party, have every right to choose who they would like to be serving in the government and in the cabinet. And sometimes people fall out. Sometimes there's a need for people to get some more speed to be able to function better, and those things happen. So I think we like too much melee in this country, and we need to sort of grow up and be responsible with what we say and how we do it. Finally, Innocent.
Hi.
I was on a webinar on Sunday, and I wish people like you could have been on that to hear the situation of Guyana, the true story of Guyana. We are misled in terms of what the situation in Guyana is, Guyana and Venezuela. There was a representative from Guyana and a representative from Venezuela, and both of them shared that the real situation is not about the peoples of Venezuela or even to some extent governments. What is happening is that the oil companies have got in the way, got in there to get a share of what is there, and they'll do everything, including encouraging war. I mean, tell me something. What Tony Blair was doing in Guyana recently, that war criminal who had blood on his hands from Iraq, he and all admitted that it was a mistake to invade Iraq for a weapon of mass destruction. So what is happening is that we are shared a narrative that gets us swinging in one direction when that is not the case. The same thing will have happened to us with Haiti and even Grenada when we had our own situation. So we need to really go out of our way to find out. And don't rely on the BBC and CNN. They have a purpose. Their purpose is to get us thinking as their leaders or their business wants us. We need to have our own thinking. And that's why what CARICOM did was excellent. But you see, the U.S. and Britain are trying to, and the oil companies are trying to give CARICOM a slap in the face.
Okay.
Venezuela is so grateful for the solidarity of CARICOM. How they would want to destroy another CARICOM country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. Back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, darling. How are you doing?
I am doing fine. How are you?
How was your weekend?
Quiet and confined.
Boy, yesterday I passed around the house and I see some peas. I say, what, boy, come, I'm waiting for you.
You're very provocative.
You know, COVID really tried to show us how to unite in our community, but we don't take it, Well, I heard Saturday I was passing through the market and I heard everybody knows vending on the sidewalk from today. What if everybody had to go in the market? We could still have a problem. So I have a little suggestion that he have some people used to sell down in Grand and Sandino, and they had a little shade. I don't know if they could repair it, and some of them what up in the town could go back there. Even St. David is a big place. St. David vendors are coming down. They could organize and have a big market like town in St. David and other parishes, so to lighten up the town. Because I passed through the market day Saturday and you don't even have room to pass. Everybody want to park in the way that you have to go to the vendors. They don't organize nice. I go in Grenville Market and the people up there really organize. You could pass around and go on all table where you want to buy. They set up nice, but in town I find it japa. So I wish they could look on the situation and see what they could do because everybody can stay in the market and organize.
Okay.
And lastly, Some people really plucky with themselves, you know. Attacking concerning my parliamentary rep, Mr. Ron Redhead. Oh, God, they don't even giving us, who give the man a little X a chance. The thing happened yesterday. They don't vote for the man, but they just come in and run up the mouth on the man. We will vote for the man. We don't have a chance to say nothing yet, you know. But how some people plucky so why? Oh God, we want a little chance to say something too. They do vote for the man. Give us who give him the little X. Let me say something to know who is Apron. Bye-bye, darling.
Have a good day. 25 minutes gone past the 7 o'clock. That is the time. Good morning to all the drivers of the nation. I hope you're paying attention to your license, all right, and registration and things like that. Get your documents up and ready. The police will be doing impromptu checks every now and then, so have your documents ready. Good morning, caller. Caller, good morning. Right, okay, 435-2041. Good morning, Miss Glenda. Thanks for the laugh. So says Sharon Bartholomew. Yeah, let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Happy New Year. Good morning to you. How are you doing?
I'm not doing bad at all, Culture Man. How are you doing?
Well, Happy New Year, and Miss Glenda. Good morning, and Happy New Year to you, Miss Glenda.
Right.
Yeah, well, Mr. Innocent, you know, my thing already concerning the farmers. Now, to be honest and truthfully now, you see, this cocoa picking this week, the association getting real cocoa, Mr. Innocent. I know it's a farmers in the field, but I just decided to stay back a little this morning because after the pick sense, Saturday, whatever. Mr. Innocent, it's a farmers in the field all now trying to pick out the cocoa. And maybe they might not even finish pick sales. Maybe the next buying for $1.85. $1.85 for wet cocoa, and cocoa farmers have to be serious this year. The cocoa farmers cannot let the association rule them and control them. Is that we cocoa? No, I mean, is we what selling for them? Is them what buying from us? Not all farmers get serious like somebody like me. Those kind of talk on the behalf of the farmers. Things might go, you know what I mean, a little better. So I mean, what I'm trying to say now, Mr. Innocent, no cocoa selling, no cocoa buying. Let we protest and let we demonstrate for our price for our cocoa. Cocoa farmers still saying the 185 is good. Some of them, cocoa farmers by fire for you this year. Don't take it like a sheep. Farmers is working too hard in the cocoa, and them inside it, they sit on high and dry with their jacket tight. Some of them don't even make a cup of tea in their house, but they have whatever making the coffee for them on the job. $1.85.
Okay.
Oh God.
Well, I hope
do better than that. Farmers do better than that this year. Do something better. If we can get $2 still, I mean, we go satisfied with the $2 still.
Okay.
$1.85.
Nice pressure.
Yes, Mr. Innocent.
Nice pressure.
Farmers, no, I will draw a reference for it. No, it have farmers, okay, like from Grenville, like on top, by before the bull up here. On Cornell Road, farmers have to jog the cocoa 3G for vehicle. From Cornell again, you go to Paradise. From Paradise again, you go. Farmers, we have it real hard.
Okay.
$1.85 by fire for so value cocoa farmers and stand up as me, speak out something.
Right.
Okay, Miss Glenda, have a happy new year, and also Mr. Innocent have a lot of happy New Year. But some again don't say what I'm calling the program and talk garbage. Call and talk garbage too.
Okay, all right, culture man.
Have a good morning.
Have a good one. There's never a dull moment in Grenada. You can never be bored. You know, there's always somebody to crack you up. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Innocent.
How you do?
I do nothing yet.
What you go do?
Well, if you give me the chance. Anyway.
Happy New Year.
Nice to hear your voice. Happy Old New Year and Happy New Year.
Thanks.
And let's hope for the best as we look forward and move forward. Mr. Innocent, are you there?
I am listening.
Okay, all right. No, there are simple, what deemed to be simple, but yet complicated problems or stumbling blocks in our daily lives. And these, if you want to call it mix-up or confusion, happens or occurs when we don't clearly understand our function, our purpose, and the direction in which we have to go.
Okay.
A simple one that raised a while ago, the price of cocoa, or perhaps the price of nutmeg. Why nutmeg and cocoa? It's because of its role on the economy and the life of the Grenadian people that primarily have an export market. So it becomes a foreign exchange earner. So that is important. What is beautiful is the authority or the autonomy that the producers themselves have on the organizations that control that aspect, production and marketing. Example, both cocoa and nutmeg, or GCNA and GCA, they have 9-member board. 6 out of that are elected farmers. 3 are government nominees. It tells you the importance of these organizations or these areas to the national economy. But when you hear that state of confusion within the sector, it tells you that the people within the sector does not understand the role and function. So we need to look carefully as delegates or farmers, delegates, board members, and perhaps decision-making people in authority, the responsibility, the duty, and together what they hope to achieve as set out by the organization to which they are part and parcel of. It is critical that moving forward, we understand the direction in which we want to go. So we must have vision. But in order to have vision, you must be enlightened. In order to be enlightened, you must be connected. So the energy could flow, or the enlightenment could move on. And you yourself now becomes a beacon of hope because of your enlightenment. So you shine wherever you go. So moving forward, 2024, let us break that vicious cycle and look carefully as the way we think, which we have the power, the way we reason, which we have the power, and the way we act, because we have the freedom and its impact. One of nature's fundamental laws, it says, wherever there is an action, there is a reaction. Mr. Innocent, have a beautiful 2024.
I'll do my best. God's grace on you and your family as well, all right?
Thank you very much, sir. We'll be in touch.
Have a good one. Folks, it's 27 minutes on to 8 o'clock. It's time for us to take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
So so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Your new Grenada bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenada bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom, let Lucy know she can check out Grenlec's new Understanding Your Bill video. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new Grenlec bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage.
It's 24 minutes on to 8 o'clock, and it's back to the conversation. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Good morning. Welcome to the program. Okay, we seem to have lost that caller there. 435-2041. That's the number to call to get in on the program. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Good morning. 23 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's try this again. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent, and how are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I am good. I'm good. I like the conversation this morning regarding the cocoa and nutmeg farmers.
Okay.
It has been a long, drawn-out battle with this association. As a matter of fact, my family has been part of the Cocoa Association for many, many years in Grenada here. And I am totally dissatisfied with the way this organization is run. Culture Man has made some comments, and I totally agree with the comments that Culture Man has made. It's hard for farmers now. It's hard to get workers on the estate to work. You're able to pay them, but it's hard to get anybody to come into work. And, harvesting the cocoa is a huge job based on the location of the cocoa in the field. People have to be toting cocoa from down at the bottom to get a top. You have to start picking days before they purchase the cocoa. You have to be cracking the cocoa. You have to take the cocoa to the station to where they're purchasing. And it's a hard thing. It's very, very unfair to farmers to collect $1.85 a pound, because at the end of the day, you'd be paying 3, 4, 5 persons to harvest the cocoa, and by the time they finish, the money that you collect is just to pay the people. You're not benefiting at all, you know.
So what do you think is a fair payment?
When I look at, you know, from the time they open the chocolate factory, they're selling 3 ounces of processed chocolate for $11.00, and you're paying the farmers $1. They were paying $1.50 a few months ago. Now they're paying $1.85. This is very unfair to farmers. Very unfair to farmers.
The question remains: what do you think is a fair remuneration?
I think they should be paying farmers at least $3.50 a pound for cocoa. $3.50 a pound for their cocoa. Our field has the extension officers pass from time to time. We have all different species of cocoa you could think about in our fields. And it's disheartening to harvest. You know, we have cocoa is just drying on the tree.
Yeah.
Because we it doesn't make sense going and picking the cocoa, cleaning the field. So this is something I think they should be paying farmers for. Okay. I've been to some of the meetings, and when you go to the meetings, the same people that are there, I nominate that person to go to meeting. I nominate that person. The people they're nominating, the people don't know anything about the cocoa. People in their 80s, you know, they just go for the experience. I think they just go and sit in the meetings, and they don't come back and say anything. What is happening? And the people are very vocal. They don't want you.
Okay.
They don't want to nominate you. I think this is unfair. But let me take the opportunity at the same time, in a sense, to extend condolences to the family and friends of Mr. Wayne Luison. He was a stalwart with Bailey's Funeral Home. I know the Baileys are going to miss him immensely. And it was very, very sad hearing the news yesterday. So I want to extend my condolences to everyone, connected to Wayne. Okay. He was a good soul. May his soul rest in peace.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.
Okay, you too. Bye-bye.
Yeah, it's 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
How are you doing today, man?
Not bad at all, and you?
Well, great. You know that I deal with facts. I try to deal with facts, and I deal with... So when people reply, please respond to what I've said and not attack the messenger. A lot of people don't understand how government and so works. When you are elected into office, you come as an elected representative. You don't necessarily have to be a government minister. So I think people must understand that when you put up yourself for office, it's to serve the people. You don't have to be a minister. The minister, you serve at the request of the leader of the country. To get into the cabinet and to become a minister, it is the prerogative of the leader of the country, the prime minister. He doesn't have to have you in, or you have to have you in. You serve at his pleasure. So nobody should be vexed or nobody should be upset that he's not in the cabinet. My position is that, well, I wouldn't say my position. I'm not really comfortable with the explanation the leader gave, because he said that he demit office, which is mean that he resigned. I didn't hear Ron Redhead in his reply said that he had resigned. So I don't know. I'm a bit confused, But my main point is not really that, because people saying all kind of things, making allegation that he gets fired, and I am not going into that. That is just hearsay that I cannot.
So what's your main point?
My main point really is that people must not carry it on too much, because when you put yourself for office, you are putting yourself for office to serve. Because let me tell you that now, innocent people don't understand that these people are the servants of the people, and because we pay them, they are public servants.
I think by now they must have gotten that. You've said that so many times.
Yeah, because people just get vexed when you say that we paying you to serve, because you are a public servant. You serving me, you are my servant. So that is what you're elected to do. You don't necessarily have to be a minister. So all of these things that going around, I say to people that again, when you put yourself for office, is to be elected to serve people you're a servant, and you don't really necessarily have to be a minister.
Okay.
You serve at the pleasure of the leader of the country. So people shouldn't make too much of fuss about it. So I just want to get that clear this morning.
Thank you very much. Have a good one yourself, all right? It's 16 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the program.
All right, thank you. Two things. The first, which I would be very short on, is what happened last week with what the media did. Two wrongs don't make a right. And I believe if the media, whatever happened, what was done by government or by the Governor General, and they felt they were left out. Okay, they may have the reasons why, but then going and boycott the Suriname or whatever it is, I believe too wrong to make a right, so they have short change and serve just as well. And secondly, Saturday I was traveling on Port Highway, and there was sports going on there. And it sort of just dawned on me a little bit, because at the end of the day, the parents go and support the kids or the children in the sporting activities. First and foremost, I don't think that there was no parking signs up by the police telling people they cannot park there. But in passing, you could see some of the vehicles were clamped. All I'm saying is, where the police and the people who put together the sporting activities, if they could approach the police and ask them if they can use the playing field opposite high school as a means of parking. Because it was, things were up, and I think it was a bit hard on that, what they did. Look at when they have the sailing festival in the yacht club. They park all the way from FedEx come up, and nobody gets clamped. So I think it was unfair, a little bit unfair by the way the whoever gave that authority to go and clamp some of the vehicles. I think next time they can have a better communication in terms, because sports, children, like when you see your parents, I remember myself as a little kid as well, and I taking part in an event, and I know my parents, they watching me. I want to do my best. And you train your child on, and I think, just make it a little better for the parents, that they could organize the proper parking for them. The police did what they did. I didn't say it was wrong, but I think better communication because of sports. Because as I said before, there's a lot of activities in the yacht club where you come to see them and the staff pick up the whole road.
Okay.
So something like that could be looked into anyhow.
Okay. Thank you very much. Have a good one yourself. Good. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. Someone on WhatsApp says, "Good morning, my brother. Hope that you will be blessed this 2024. I am very concerned about the number of young men seen begging on the streets, eating from garbage bins, etc. We need to help train these parents to do their jobs." Okay. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Greetings.
Good morning.
Trust that you have a good day. As a matter of fact, a good year.
Happy New Year to you too.
Blessings and the Grenadian people on the whole. That the Lord grant you wisdom, health, strength, so we can confront whatever may approach us this year. And I must indeed say, I preempt a very powerful and active year, Mr. Joseph. What do you reckon?
I believe it's going to
be... Can you see a lot of things coming up there? You see nothing like me.
This year is going to be very, very hectic.
It has to be, Mr. Joseph. Anyway, let's get to the meat of the matter. A little conversation came up with your second and third caller raised some issues there, which demonstrates, Mr. Joseph, that in this country, we, quote unquote, we do not know ourselves. And therefore, it is essential, in my view, that the radio stations of this country begin to play their part if they really wish to claim the title of quote-unquote fourth estate, to put some measures into place to begin teaching the people. Grenadians need to know ourselves, and we cannot continue to leave it to the people just to gather what they sow. No, we need the media to assist. I want to call on your entity, Mr. Joseph, once more, to use some of the hours that are spent paying this ridiculous Jamaican hogwash as music, so that we start educating the people in the true sense, inculcating them with the information that we need to bring out the best in us as Grenadians, so that we can get to understand who we are in our country, to understand if this country is ours or not, etc., etc., etc. More would be said on that, Mr. Joseph. Listen. Over a couple of days, I was revising certain little things and so on my days at school, and I bounced it up somewhere, the machine was reading for me, this term. Have you ever heard it? Aquila non capit muscas. Do you know that, Mr. Have you heard about it?
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, it's Latin, really. But what they translate into in English is, the eagle doesn't hunt flies. Listen, in North America, I should say, they've made a nice little way, easy way of setting it out. If it be the individual who speaks, he or she can say, or if it's a group, we do not major in minor. In other words, we waste too much time in this country here, especially on the radio, talking things that are irrelevant and insignificant, things that do nothing for the advancement of our people. We ought to do better. We ought to live the bar. I'm looking forward for 2024 to be more enlightened in this here country. Brothers and sisters, everything we do and say ought to aid to uplift us. Mr. Joseph, I want to end by saying this. Over the past 2 or 3 years, there have been continued increases. At this point, I'm going to make it the last one. I shall continue to make it until the day prior to the next election. Pay attention, the government of Grenada, because I see deceit in the action taken. I recall it was the 22nd of November, I think, 2022, in the debate of the Parliament in the Senate, when the Minister for Social Development said these words.
My government has decided to continue the vertical expansion of steel program, which was scheduled to end in December of this year. This therefore means that families will continue to receive the additional $150 per household. Madam President.
Mr. Joseph, ... A month after, in January of 2023, it was removed. Mr. Joseph, the prices, Grenadians, the prices of the goods that began to increase during COVID have not gone down. And I question anyone, I challenge anyone to tell me that in fact they haven't. They have. No, Mr. Joseph. Even lentil, which is a thing I eat 3 or 4 times a week, moved from $2.35 to $4.15, Mr. Joseph, and I can go on the list. Don't talk about olive oil, which I use, because I use hydrogenated oil. I try to put good stuff into my stomach because I believe that what I eat makes me. Everything, carrots, the whole work, all and I think that the government is conscious of this, because this year they intend to put it on the price control list. They've sold themselves. Yet they took away the $150 from the quote-unquote, and I'm meticulous with my adjectives, the vulnerable people of this country, of which I am one. I'm talking for myself here, but I'm certain that the repercussions would fall upon all the others. The people who are really entitled to it, so that they can enhance their quality of life by eating well and keeping themselves clean. It affected me, and it affected me up to today. Let's hope that whatever, but that's a different thing, what will come at the end of January.
Okay.
And we laud and applaud it, but hear this as I end up here. We want the $1,800. We demand it because promises. When you say we have decided in the English language that those three words can be replaced by will, because will, the modal verb, precisely expresses intention, firm intentions, decisions, whether it's general or spontaneous. Will. It's a powerful word. And if you promise, you ought to. When you had no authority, you promised to pay the teachers for work they did not do. And therefore, the vulnerable who continue to suffer up to today, who couldn't even buy a little ham or some local chicken over the last month, we want that $1,800. John Anthony will in this context, I shall continue to torment you, and if you refuse to do it, I shall continue to accuse you of deceit and hypocrisy. Be advised. Have a nice day, William, Mr. Joseph, and what's left of the year, but we'll be back.
Thank you very much, Citizen. Have a good day yourself. Folks, it's 5 minutes away from 8 o'clock. This is where we take our final commercial break in the program, and then we come back with the wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
As we celebrate 50 years of independence, I love my Grenada. Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso. Open me a little better night, honey. One stage. No, not so fast. One show. Music holding me. Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Don't take it out. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon. When you did that play with her hungry, she raised her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home.
Calling all songbirds and lyrical legends, the Independence Calypso Monarch is here. And this time, we're doing it bigger than ever as we celebrate Grenada's 50th. Over $50,000 in prize money to be won. Show your patriotism, devotion, and love for your country with your original piece under the theme One People, One Journey, One Future. Don't wait. Submit your song by January 4, 2024 to the Ministry of Culture or email it to sco@culture.gov.gd. This is more than a competition. It's your chance to be part of Grenada's once in a lifetime Jubilee celebrations. Grenada awaits the next Independence Calypso Monarch, and it could be you. I'm addicted to Kaiso.
Alright, welcome back, folks. This is where we do the wrap for the program this morning. But before I do that, I want to read this comment here. It says, I judge a government by the effort, not by holding them to every promise they made in an election. This one had made a genuine effort so far, and I believe they will do much more over the next 3.5 years. Alright, let me see. Okay. All right. There's one that I don't think I want to go down that road. Yeah. Folks, thank you very much for your contribution to the program this morning, and I do hope that the good Lord above will bless us to have another engagement tomorrow. The powers that be, I do hope that we can all share tomorrow morning together. Be positive in what you do today. All right? Wait on your miracle. It's coming. All right? This too shall pass. Have a good day. I love you. Bye-bye.